You're now watching a clip from the Inspired by show. You can watch the full episode on our YouTube channel or listen on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. So make sure to head over there, leave us a 5-star rating if you enjoyed it, and follow the show. I see so many businesses that are not where they could be or struggling, and a lot of the time it is the ego. It's like we're blaming externally, it's the victim mode, and it's also so easy to fall into. I mean, we've both been in that boat. And I think often the bigger the ego gets, the harder it is to let go of that, and the bigger the business, the bigger the ego gets, and it can become a bit of a catch-22. How did you then change it, and what did you do differently this time?
So I just went all in on writing that document, and then focusing really on what I needed to do. And the main thing is January 2020 came. I'd had the worst Christmas ever. I remember me and Sarah crying quite a lot because I just wasn't there as a father or as a human being. And I remember thinking, this is not the person I want to be. Like, I want to be a good dad. I want to be a good business owner. Like, what do I need to do? And I remember, alcohol was never my problem, it was drugs, but alcohol was always the gateway to then doing drugs potentially. And I started 2020 and said, I'm going to quit drinking. I want the least path of resistance for me to be able to create success in my life. And drinking is just something that creates resistance. It means it's a gateway. It makes me fuzzy. It doesn't help me whatsoever. My problem has always been, I'd always quit alcohol from January to my birthday, which is April the 12th last week. And then my birthday would come, and I'd then have 6 months of being like having parties, football tournaments, festivals, all that kind of stuff. And I said, look, I might quit for 3 months, Sarah, or I might do the whole year, not knowing COVID was coming. COVID was the best thing that ever happened to me, because I'm sorry if anyone else had a difficult time through COVID, but for me, it was a good time, because everything that would take my focus away disappeared. Friends, social events, festivals, Euro 2020, all that kind of stuff. And it meant that I quit alcohol and have not drank since. And that gave me the drive to be able to sit in an office, just me, a phone and LinkedIn, and rebuild my business from having 2 teams to what it is now, which is a 7-figure tree surgery business again. And that gave me the drive to, 1, hold myself accountable, and 2, to be able to have the time and energy and the focus to not have this busy world of all these different distractions, because everyone was like sat on Zoom in their pants basically, and I just could sit in this office and just sell the business and try and rebuild. And it just, that year gave me time and focus to be able to really put things in perspective.